Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
And welcome back to another episode of Take DMT on YouTube. I'm just checking my system here and seeing what we've got going here. Making sure everyone can hear me just fine. Thank you, Shekel. Appreciate it. If you can hear me just fine, throw a 1 in the chat. I've got some new equipment, so I just want to make sure everyone can hear me okay. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can everybody hear me okay? All right, can everybody hear me? I think I might have had myself on mute. Howdy, Andrew. How's it going, brother? All right, good job. Everybody can hear me. Nice. Well, welcome back. You're at Take DMT at YouTube. Sorry for a little technical issues tonight. I'm working with some new equipment. I'll go over that in just a minute. So I'm just fine-tuning it. You know, it's my first time, so it'll be better the next time, but it's going to be good now. Well, welcome back. As you can see, you probably can tell that you're watching this in HD this time. And I would say the picture's probably nice and smooth. And hopefully the sound is better. Got a new wireless mic system. It's a high quality one. It's got a receiver over there. Remember last time I had the headset on with the mic that wrapped around. Tiny echo. You make sure that I don't know exactly what I can do about that, so hopefully it'll be okay. So what I did is I got me a new desktop computer. My other one just wasn't able to keep up. That's why I was having constant issues, dropping frames, glitching, and the sound going in and out and all that stuff. So I broke down and got me a new, really good quality PC that's designed for streaming and gaming. So we shouldn't have any problems. I'm only running at 2% of my CPU right now, so I think we've got enough power this time. How's everybody doing? We've had a good week, and yeah, I've got a lot to go through. Let me check my notes. I think my son might be watching. If my son's on here, hello, brother. My only, one and only beautiful son. So, yeah, so like I said, I got me a new computer. I'll show it to you real quick if you want to see it. I'm going to just take the camera here and point it over there. It's the one with the lights on it. My old PC is the one next to it, the gray one there with the flashlight sitting on it. And there's my new one. It's much better, and it's going to get the job done. So I'm excited about that. Alrighty. Let me line that up. Okay. So, well, what has happened since last time we talked? You remember last week we were not having a live show because I had an AUK concert to go to, and that was amazing. I'm going to talk about it a little bit and actually have a couple video clips to show you. And yeah, so me and my girlfriend went to AUK last Friday night, and we just had a great time. She had a really good time. You know, we took 2 DMT pins with us, so we each had one. And during the concert, you know, I got to meet some of the guys that were standing around me and made some friends. And when it came time, you know, we was passing a DMT pin around. We was all just having a blast. And my girlfriend was hitting her DMT pin too. So she was just having a really good time there. And AUK was just off the chain. I mean, there's no two ways about it. If you've never listened to AUK, you really ought to. And Blue Murrian was the opening act, and I had purposely not listened to Blue Murrian at all. I didn't know what his music was like, and so I wanted it to kind of be a surprise, and boy was it. It was super good. It was heavy, deep bass, but real melodic and down tempo and just ethereal, kind of like Super Task in a way. It was just really good. I think I got a clip of him. In fact, I'm going to pull some of that up right now. If you just bear with me for 1 second. I'm going to get it up and then I will share my screen. Okay, let me come over here and share my screen. You should be seeing my screen now. Okay. So let me get back over to my screen some kind of way. There we go. And here we go. We'll go through some concert footage. I believe this first one is going to be a Blue Murrian. So yeah, I don't want to get a copyright strike. So yeah, so let me show you some AUK clips now. Here's some AUK. I might talk a little bit to it. This was like kind of in between songs, but I just wanted to catch the vibe here. So that's our boy AUK. Now here's one with a little more action going. Yeah, I know, Andrew. It was a good time, buddy. You were there. So yeah, that was our AUK concert, and we had a really great time. Let me go back to our live cam here. And what happened was I may or may not have, I don't know, I can't remember. I may have taken some party favors ahead of time. And so by the time, you know, the concert started, I was feeling it pretty good. And the opening act only lasted an hour, so by the time Ott came on, I was just still on the come up pretty strong, real strong actually. So it was a really good, intense time there, and real nice electric buzz. And then, about an hour into the uh, sesh, uh, I started smoking on the DMT, and we all did, and it was just incredible. There's no way to explain it. At one, how like when you're tripping, you get the tracer, so if you wave your hand, it kind of leaves the trail. Well, imagine like in the video, you just saw all those people dancing in front of you. Well, everybody is leaving a trail, so it like turned into just like a blur of like all these people, like you could see one person like 5 times. You know what I'm saying? It was absolutely insane. And my girlfriend saw it the same way too. Yeah, smoke glass and chrome, that's good shit. All of Ott's music is just next level. My girlfriend finally understood it after she was at the concert. She was like, oh man, this stuff is incredible, You just kind of have to see it to understand it. So, yeah, so Ott was amazing. And, it's like, I got to see him twice within a couple months, so I feel really lucky. He may never come back through here again, you never know. Well, that's my Ott concert, and which leads me into more music-related information. And, this is kind of breaking news for everybody. It's breaking news for me, too. Let me check the stream over here, see how we're doing. I've got the stream pulled up on my phone so I can make sure technically everything's rolling good. Let's just say I'm looking to do a venture, a new focus in my life. So I do construction work and remodeling and stuff like that. Well, I have an opportunity to maybe change directions here. And what my heart, what my passion is, and what I want to do is share psychedelics with the world. Of course, DMT and music. See, that's my life, is music and DMT and God. But God is everything. God is music. God is DMT, So what I'd like to do is basically open up a sort of nightclub, a club, a music venue, a small music venue. It's not going to be big. It's not going to hold thousands of people. At best, I want to go maximum 100 people, maybe 50 to 100 people capacity venue. It's going to be small and intimate, and it's going to be unlike anything that exists out there. What it's going to be like a lounge per se. It's not going to be standing and dancing like you do at typical concerts. We're going to have nice, comfortable chairs, maybe theater style chairs or lounge chairs, something of that nature, maybe a combination, and where everybody kind of has some room, you're not crowded. And this will be a place to come, bring your pens, bring your DMT, throw something back before you come, and then you come in there and we're going to have a blast. It's going to be the loudest music, the deepest bass, and the best laser light fog smoke show you've ever seen. It will feel personal. It's going to be tailored, and it will be a journey. Basically, what I want to do is share what I do on my trip nights with the rest of the world in a ideal environment. If you want, throw me some ideas in the chat, if you have ideas or thoughts about that, what you think would be cool. If you see my idea, I want it to be more of like a private membership, but it's not going to be private membership, but I want you to have that feel of like when you come in, you're part of something special, that this isn't just your average everyday club. And you know, this is going to be a place where you're going to be in a real intimate environment with other people who are at, in different mindsets. We're on, because people are going to be doing some things. And there's going to be a giant, it will look like a movie theater. It will have a giant screen with super crystal clear projections. It will have monitors all around the sides. And let's do it, Andrew. I'm telling you, I'm serious about this. And I've got, the funding is here. At least a good part of it is available. At least it's coming. So I'm in the planning stage right now. I would like to do this up in Netherland, which is a little mountain town I used to live in, which we want to move back to, which we're fixing to. Basically, there was an inheritance, and so we're blessed, And so I want to call this the portal of Netherland, hopefully. It's a psychedelic experience. Tickets, I believe, I'm going to go through either Ticketmaster or Access or one of those places. So it will be legit. It's going to be promoted. I'm going to promote it around Denver and Boulder and the whole metro. And it's actually going to be a place I believe that will, people from all over are going to come because it's unique and there's no other place like it. And in fact, I don't have it here. My girlfriend took it. My little vape cart that I use for just my weed vapes, it's made by Inspo. It's a new one I bought a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago. And the cart's inside of it. It's similar to my Hamilton device that I use to smoke my DMT out of. Well, what I want to do, or some battery that's similar to this, I want to buy these and have them at my club. So basically, if you want, you can go buy yourself a battery at the concession or wherever we're going to sell them. And if you buy the battery, I will gift a cart of DMT with the battery, so you will have DMT to smoke at the club. And it'll probably go for like 5 hours, maybe 4 to 5 hours. You can't rush this type of thing. Yes, I would, Shekels. I'm actually highly considering a membership plan, especially for locals or whoever wants to come, and with reduced rates, or maybe you just pay one fee and you can get in X number of times or whatever. Like I said, it's going to be very small capacity. Right now, we're kind of considering going 4 nights a week, so like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And so you're only talking maybe 50 to 100 people a night. So anywhere from 200 to 400 people a week are only going to be able to see it. So it's going to be sold out far in advance, I believe, because, this will be the talk of the metro for a while at least, because this will be unlike anything that exists. And I will even have it set up where other DJs can come in and actually, I may have DJs come in and have nights where we have guests, maybe Ott or somebody else will roll through, you know what I'm saying? But what was I thinking here? So we're going to have concessions. My girlfriend is going to be getting out of the healthcare business. She's in the healthcare business. She works at a hospital in Denver. And so she will be running, her dream and desire is to get a food truck and put it out there so we can serve food to the guests there and have, snacks and drinks and all that stuff. Dustin, what's good? Welcome to the show, my man. We're just talking about me maybe opening a club somewhere here in the metro, a music venue that you can come and trip at in a safe environment, a small, intimate, safe environment, which also those 4 nights, they're going to be different. So let's say Thursday may be down-tempo night. So you're going to get stuff more like Liquid Bloom or Manish D'Amour. That's for the hippies, that type of night. And then like we'll have a bass-centric night. We're going to have just that super deep bass, like Super Task or or other things like that, Blue Murray and stuff, where you just get that bass fix. And then we're going to have an acid night. So that means like acid metal and acid, just acid based music, which will peak with the most intense acid music you've ever heard. And then we'll have a, what is my other night that I'm thinking of here? It's my, oh, I'm losing my mind here. Anyhow, I'll think of it in a second. So we'll have different nights to appeal to different people, you know. So yeah, that's what's going down in my life. There's a lot of changes coming. We're just kind of in a waiting process right now, but you know, we'll see what happens. Let me get back over to my notes. Can everybody hear me okay still? I hope so. You know, in life, you know, me having this idea and moving forward with it, you know, people in my life and stuff are saying, you know, throwing up the common objections and guidance. Oh yeah, there'll be Floyd like on the rock night. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have chairs, like padded chairs. Then I'm going to have beanbag chairs, and then I'll probably have a few like love seats or sofas, maybe along the walls. There'll be a variety of seating so you can find something that suits your needs, you know. And like I said, I'll probably have some theater seats maybe, but they won't be just all close together like in a theater. They'll be like maybe two here and two here or four here, you know, for groups. So, and I don't know, we'll see. I may just do all just movable, like, you know, regular chairs so we can move them around. You can move them to kind of however you want. And so, yeah, that's my plan. So, you know, when you're going towards something like this, it's like it's a risk because you're putting a lot of money out for something that you've never done or I've never done per se. And, you know, it's like, will it succeed? Will it not? But the thing is, I know it will. I have logic in my mind, and you look around and I go to concerts in the area and they're always sold out. They're packed out always. And there's like people around here. This is Denver, you know, psychedelics are legal here. This is the time. And, you know, I was told we're in the psychedelic awakening. So, you know, but it's like a fog in front of you. But when you're in that fog, don't, you know, resist the urge to be scared and to back away and to just say, well, it'd be more easy and safe just to keep going in the business you're in or whatever. Sometimes you just have to press through and walk through that fog and trust that whatever's out there will eventually make itself known as you get close to it. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm going to press forward, you know. And so I'll keep you updated on how that's going. And so we're going to do that. And if it's not going to be up in Nederland, which is a little mountain town, like 20 minutes up in the mountains, then I'll probably do it down here in the plains somewhere in the Front Range. And but we'll see what happens. So what was I going to talk about next here? Okay, Winamp. I told you. Let me come back over here and bring it up real quick on my desktop. Just give me 1 second and I will show you what I'm doing. I just been pulling this up. Now switch over to my other account. And I'm in. So, and screen with my camera. Okay, we should be good. So, here is my Google Drive, and which links for it, I'll put one in the chat here in just a minute. In fact, I can just go do that now. I'm going to come over here in the chat and drop this real quick. All right. So here's my Google Drive. So down here where you see Winamp with Milk Drop. Well, what this is my visualizer and music program. I talked about it last week. But what I'm going to do tonight is actually show you how to install it on your computer. It's just going to take a minute. If you have a PC, like Windows PC, you can install this and use it. So you're just going to want to go to this folder right here that says Winamp with Milk Drop. Come over here and download it. So you're going to boom and download it. So now we've downloaded it, right? So now in your computer, you're going to see this in that folder. So you're going to go to the folder that says Milk Drop and open it, and you're going to have all these subfolders where you're going to right click on this one that says Winamp. Of course, this is going to be in your files, not here in my drive. So what it would look like kind of is this. Let me minimize that. I'll come over here. Come to my PC, go to Windows, Program Files x86, then we're going to come down to Winamp. See this? So this is where these are going to be, and then you'll install it, and it has all these installers. So now once it's installed, you're going to come over here to, where are we at? Okay, Winamp plugins, and you see this Milk Drop. You're going to click on that. Now you see where this says presets. This is the folder you are going to replace. So you're just going to basically come back over here to your files. And let me get back here. You see this folder that says presets. This will be in your computer somewhere where you downloaded it to. You're going to copy the contents of this folder. You're not going to open it up. Just copy the whole folder. Then you're going to go over to this preset and just replace it. So you would just like click on it, hit right, and hit copy. So it's going to copy that preset on top of this one and replace it. Well, those presets are the cream of the crop, the ones you want to trip to. So at the end of the day, if you've installed it all right, you're going to come over here to Winamp, your Winamp program, now that it's installed, and you're going to play it. You're going to come up here to View, see this, Visualizations. I believe you click, no. Sorry, I want to go to Options and click on Visualization, select Plugin. You're going to select Milk Drop, right? So now Milk Drop is my visualizer. So now once I play music and then hit Visualizer, Milk Drop comes on. So this is how you do Milk Drop. And it has 20,000 preset visuals like you see. I'll go through some of them right here. Let me come over to the mix real quick and just turn the mix down, the audio, just so it's not overpowering me right now. That should be a lot better. And now that you're in Milk Drop, you can hit the space bar to cycle through if you don't like that visual. So maybe this one's not too good or whatever, or it's not reacting right. See, these react to the music. It's unique and independent every time. It's never the same twice. You can hit function 1 and it'll bring up a list, and that'll show you what all your options are. You can control the music and stuff. You can go back to and get back to one. So that's So that's Milk Drop. I know that was quick, but you can play this back and watch it. And if you have questions, send me a text or an email, send a chat or whatever. And I'll try to help you get through it. But it's pretty easy. You just install Winamp, go to the preset folder and replace it with that preset folder from my hard drive, my Google Drive. And you're good. You should be good to go. Now, Winamp requires Microsoft Virtual Runtime and what do they call that? It's like a script program. I can't think of it. Like, it'll tell you if you're missing it, and it'll give you a link to go install it. If you're missing that runtime program that Microsoft has, like Adobe, I don't know what it is. I can't think of it. But anyhow, so that's how you get Winamp going, fellas. All right, my Divine Medicine tumbler. I had a sale like I showed you 2 weeks ago. It was sent off, and Matt received it, and he said he loved it. My dog's right here, and my dog's name is Anubis. And so Matt said he was going to do a extraction this past weekend, just right now. So we'll find out how it's going and see how successful he was. But there, for people who can't afford a tumbler like that, because it's $1,200 to get mine. It's expensive, high quality, and everything. I don't make much money on it. It barely covers my work that I put into it. Oh shit! I closed Firefox. That's all right. I'll reopen it up. And I had some tabs open to show you what I was talking about, but let me find it again real quick. I found some actual machines on Amazon that are similar, and it looks like they'll do the job. Of course, it's a lot cheaper, and now I can't find the freaking thing. Oh, here's something. This is similar. Okay, so here we go. Let me pull the screen up now. So here you go. You've got this Orter laser rotary roller. It's designed for etching bottles and stuff, as you can see. So you put it on there and you can turn it and etch and stuff with lasers and whatnot. But it serves the same function as a tumbler. You just can set your jar in there and then set it to rolling. I'm sure you can adjust the speeds and all on this. This one probably hooks to a machine, as you can see, like down here, but they've got them with just on and off knobs and speed dials as well. And you're only talking $100. So here's some, you're just going to have to look up. They're hard to find these, and I don't even know what to type in to find them. It's like, but there are some options for y'all if you want to have a tumbler, but you just don't have the money. You can get something cheaper. So let's get into some story time now. Don't you love how fluid this night is? Oh, by the way, I've got the wrong side, dummy. I've got earbuds in now. These are some JBL earbuds, so they sound really good. I'm not using the mic on these. I'm using this separate mic. I hope it's got good quality sound. If it doesn't, I'm going to work on adjustments. These things are fickle like that. So, story time. So, we've had quite a couple weeks here, and mainly it's about my girlfriend, because she's new to this. So, and she has now had 2 breakthroughs since we met last, and I'll talk to you about them. I think maybe about a week and a half ago, we were sitting here. She was sitting here, and I was sitting here, and we were smoking. And we went in a couple hits, 3 or 4 hits, and we was pretty good and in. And I just said, "Are you ready to take another big one? Let's take a giant hit." She's like, "Okay." Well, she ripped the fatty, and I ripped the fatty. And then, so while she's taking her hit, I'm taking my hit. And I mean, I was rolling. I was seeing open eye visuals and everything. And so I just took this giant hit. I was assuming I was just going to launch, right? Well, what happened is I took this big hit and held it. And like, as soon as I exhaled, it's like I sobered up or came down. Like I felt normal all of a sudden. I'm like, what in the world is going on? This is insane. Like, I just took this massive hit, and instead of going further, I sobered up. And I'm trying to process it, like, what is going on? And I hear this telepathic communication. I don't hear it, but, I'm receiving it. And what they told me, right then, they told me not to worry, there's nothing wrong, that they took my hit and gave it to my girlfriend. Yes, you heard that right. They gave my hit to my girlfriend. So she took 2 hits. She got her hit and she got my hit. Well, all of a sudden I'm looking at her and she's just staring straight ahead right here with her mouth open. And I'm like, okay, she's done blasted off. So I waited out, 5 minutes or so, and she finally is coming back, and she's like trying to figure out what the hell happened, and she's like, what the fuck, holy shit. And basically what happened, she told me, she's like, this room just completely disappeared, and she was in some other dimension. She said it looked like walls of, like it was machinery with geometry, and just like everything was alive and moving, and just around her, it was underneath of her and behind her. She was like, she said she wasn't scared or anything, and she was just like, she was just accepting it, and she loved it. She had tears coming out of her eyes and everything when she came back. And so she got her breakthrough, but they showed me something that blew my mind. It was like, literally, you know how you can take your phone and put it to the back of another phone and transfer battery power to it? Well, this is exactly what happened. Think about it. DMT is an energy. It's just a frequency. And somehow they're able to take that frequency from me and pass it on to someone else. And that's insane and unbelievable, but yet it happened. And so then a few days later, which would be like early this week, I believe Monday, we decided to go up to a mountaintop here nearby, like a little bald, and find a spot and just sesh. We wanted to sesh out in nature because it's been beautiful weather this week. So we went up to a place called Rabbit Mountain. You better not eat that. And so I got some video, and we both started smoking, and I went in pretty hard, but then there came a time I felt like I should stop because I knew she was going to go in deeper, so I wanted to be there to kind of chaperone the situation. So I stopped smoking, and just she continued on, and I will pull up the videos now of what happened on that glorious day. Okay, so let me share my screen again. I won't have my camera on this time. Let me get back over here, and I'm going to just go through. These videos are all it. They're only like 20-30 seconds a piece, some of them a minute or so, but we're going to go through it. I want you to see what happened. This is the location. So that's just the location. It was absolutely breathtaking up there. It was 360 around, nothing. There was a couple hiking trails, a couple people walked by, but we were way off the trail, as you could see. So now here's the progression of what happened. Now you got to remember there's like times in between each of these videos. These aren't right after each other. I had to help her and walk around and stuff. So I just caught what I could. She's already flying at this time, but she hadn't broke through yet. She is just communicating with this tree and is communicating with her. Let me turn the audio back up. I remember I cut it down a little bit. Let me get it back up to where you can hear it. Sorry about that. How do I get out of this thing? Sorry about that.
What is it?
She's telling me what she's seen. She said she saw scales and like snakes in that tree. Those are marmots you hear squeaking. They're like little groundhog looking things. They're all over the place.
What went? God damn.
I myself had seen this tree come alive just a few minutes before these videos started. It was incredible. And she kept hitting it. She took a bunch of hits. The wind was crazy. It was absolutely like a hurricane up there at times. She's saying, I'm still here, I'm still here. She hadn't even broke through yet, but she was starting to detach from reality, so she's just trying to figure it out at this point. So now she asked me to help her go sit down. She says, I got to go sit down. So we went and sat on the blanket, and this was immediately after sitting on the blanket. As soon as she sat, she never took another hit. She just blanched. She's gone right here. She's in another dimension at this point. You'll hear her describe it here shortly. So I gave her a few minutes to come back there. So she's basically back at this point.
The wind just kept telling me to go. Like, I was already so deep in, but it just said, keep going. Like, don't let this wind scare you. This wind is telling you to keep going. And I saw the most amazing thing in that tree. And this tree, the bark, it came alive and it started messaging me. And then I came and sat down on this blanket, and everything else was gone. I was in another room. I was in another reality. I don't know where I was. It wasn't this.
What did it look like?
It looked like a room filled with machinery and complex patterns and language. And it felt like felt alien, but it also felt like a circus. I stepped out of this reality. I didn't see any of this here. I was in a completely different, when I came and sat down, I was in a completely different realm. And I'm still not 100% sure I'm back yet. It was machinery moving with patterns, complex patterns and language. But that tree and that bark was communicating something to me.
Unbelievable. One more video just to kind of see her reaction.
The wind is still going. Oh, I'm just in the afterglow right now. Oh, now I'm starting to feel a little chilly. I wasn't feeling cold or anything. Did you get really cold there for a while? Yeah. I didn't. I never got cold. I felt the wind. I felt a little bit of chilly, but I never got too many of them.
There's my ugly face. That was weed there. So there you go. That was my girlfriend's breakthrough the other day. It was absolutely incredible. We had the time of our life up there. Yeah, Shekels, it was breathtaking. It was unreal, you know. As you can see, it was just majestic. And to go up there and then be able to just sesh and make contact with the other side. I mean, she was talking about it for days afterwards. She keeps bringing it up, you know, which is natural because it's just incredible. You know, it's absolutely mind-blowing what's going on. So, I guess that leads us to tonight, huh? That was our last time, I guess, smoking DMT. That was Monday, so it's Friday now, so we've had a few days break. Sometimes we do it, like we did it like Sunday. We went Sunday to another place. Before this, the day before that video, we went to another mountain scene, and we had to park in the truck because it was too cold that day, and windy. So we just stayed in the truck, you know, and had the music going lightly. And I pulled to where we could see the view. And we just had a great time there. I mean, the whole thing came alive. The mountainside, and what I saw was just absolutely insane, and had some good communication and encouragement. And so did she. So we've been having some really good productive sessions here lately, and she's now broke through twice in the last couple weeks, and she just absolutely loves it. As you've seen, she was in bliss. She just couldn't believe what happened. It happened so easy too. It's kind of real nice when you're smoking on the pin and you just kind of keep hitting it and then hitting it and then hitting it. Eventually you're going to get there. And then when you feel you're getting close, then you just take that one big hit. You don't even need it sometimes. Just another small hit will get you there. So, as it did for her. So, let me pull this back up, see what's going on. Any questions in the chat? I'll take some questions right now if you have anything for me. Thank you, Ronnie. Yes, it was. It was a gorgeous moment. Absolutely unbelievable. Just, it feels good to be able to share it, though, and let other people see, what happens, and there's nothing to be afraid of. I'm going to let my dog in real quick before we get started. He's just right here. I let him out a second ago. He's a good boy. All right, bud. He's going to want to get hyper here, and I'm not going to let him do it. Go sit down. Go on your bed or go upstairs. Go on. Shekels asks, when you break through, does it literally feel like you're plunging on a roller coaster hill, or how would you personally describe it? For me, no. For me, breaking through, well, you see, by the time you've broken through, you're not a part of this guy anymore. This guy is gone. So you're not thinking about it in those terms. It's all happening so quick, and there's nothing you can do. You're on the ride at that point, like a roller coaster. Once that roller coaster starts moving, you're on it. You're not getting off until it's over. Well, that's the way it is. And for me, it just feels like a transferring to a different reality. It's pretty smooth for me anymore. Yeah, at the beginning it was more chaotic and a little, a lot. But now that I'm trained in it, it's a smooth transition. It really is. It's in fact now. I retain consciousness in breakthroughs to the point where I can talk. Oh, I didn't tell you, story time. When I got back from the Yacht concert, I was still peaking. I had just started peaking when we got home from the Yacht concert on last Friday night. So I had my pen, the one you seen her smoking in the video, I had it sitting right here. And I said, well, why the heck not? I had put some music on, so I grabbed my pen and started hitting it. Well, a couple hits later, I took a big one, and I broke through myself. I completely. But yet, the room didn't leave, but there was like everything in the air. There was like snakes and dragons all through here. But yet I could still see my girlfriend, and she was talking to me. She didn't know what was going on. She didn't know I broke through. And I'm sitting here kind of like, I wasn't moving. I could have if I wanted to. I just didn't feel like it. I was so just in a zone. And she would talk to me, and I'd talk to her like, I'm breaking through right now. That it was kind of real slow and slurred like that. Like it took a lot of effort for me to speak. But when I spoke, it felt like it wasn't me talking, because my consciousness had already kind of separated from the body, the ego, but yet I could still control the ego. So it was really weird. It was like I was two people at one time. It was really amazing. How long would you say the whole experience lasted, from sitting down on a blanket until she was fully back? 5 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. There was a few minutes there where I didn't film, and then I turned the camera on, but it was just a couple minutes. So yeah, 5 minutes tops, and she was back like you seen. And it was just a super. When she broke through, she was breaking through as she walked to sit down on the blanket. So she was still capable of functioning enough where she could think to go sit down and she told me later that they were telling her, you need to sit down. It was like they were holding off from her breaking through until she sat down and got in a good safe spot. And then she just went on. So yeah, that was incredible times right there. We just had some good sessions in the last couple days. Any other questions before we get to smoking? Of course, you can always ask me questions while I'm smoking too, No big deal. Well, as you've seen from the description, you probably wouldn't see it on this video because my original live video stream, I had to stop earlier. I was having an error with my microphone. It disappeared off my OBS. I had to close it all down and reopen it. So I had to restart a new stream. So that's why there was an issue. Apologize for that. But I got it fixed. But tonight is Chonga night. We're going to smoke some Chonga. Here she is. And as you see, it's a shorty because about an inch of it broke off when I was pulling it out of the holder. I had put it in a little container earlier, but that's okay. I'm only going to smoke just a few hits off of this. Now this Chonga right here, I call it Yumga, Y-U-M-G-A, Yumga. It's like yummy Chonga. And we call it that because the weed, this is weed Chonga, this is weed infused with DMT. And the reason why I call it Yumga is because a good friend of mine grew this weed. It's Bubba Kush. And it's homegrown Bubba Kush, and it's fully organic, no pesticides or anything. It's the, just super good kind here. And so we wanted to make some Chonga out of it and see what happens if it's nice and tasty. But the thing is when I made this, I wanted to try a little experiment, so I put some more B cacti in this than normal. Normally, and for 1 gram of DMT Chonga mix, I would put 0.7 grams of B cacti. Well, I believe I put like 1 or 1.1 grams of B cacti into this, so I about did 50% more B cacti than what was initially in there. So from what I understand, it's the B cacti that makes the trip last longer. I didn't add more DMT, so it's not necessarily going to be stronger. It just should last longer. So we're going to find out here tonight. Let me see what Shekels is saying. What you are describing is very similar to DMT X participants. After getting used to being in hyperspace, they can fully control their body while on each side. Yes, exactly. That's what's happening. I've never even read that about other people, but it's just what's happening to me. I feel like I've been conditioned, like I've said in other live streams, I liken it to a werewolf. If you ever watch a werewolf movie, the first time the dude changes into a werewolf, it's a horror scene. It's a bloody mess, and it's chaos, and there's confusion and pain and anguish, and he doesn't know what the hell's going on. But then you fast forward to the end of the movie, and the dude will be just walking down the street and now he's a werewolf. He can just switch back and forth, and now he likes it because he's accepted it. He's one with it, the idea of it, and he's learned it. And I think that's what DMT is doing. It is, I am adjusting, and they are teaching my body how to accept the reality of the DMT trip, and there's control in it. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So we're going to get to smoking some DMT here now. Let me get some music going a little bit. I'm going to, first of all, we know what time it is. It's Chonga time. You should be hearing some birds and stuff in the background. All right, let's get our music. Let's see what we're going to listen to tonight for Chonga Sesh. We have got a little mix of some copyright-free music I found. That's going to be a little mix here. I've not seshed to any of this before, so it's going to be new for me as it is for you. Let me turn the desktop audio back down because we don't want to blare this. We're just trying to use it as background music. All right. This is called The School of Crystal Healing. This first song, or this group, and the song is called Nature of Green. This is where we're going to start. So you should be hearing that music. All right. Make sure it's proper in my mix here. It's not too loud. I like it a little loud. Don't get me wrong. When I'm session by myself, it don't matter if it's blasting. I love it. So some people like the music real low when they're sessioning. Some people, the music will actually turn up in volume. I have a friend who, one time we were sessioning, it was really low, the volume was. It was super ambient music. It was like this. There was no beats or nothing. It was like a woman, just like an angel singing. And she was literally covering her ears like, it's so loud, turn it down. I hadn't touched it. It was just super low. But for some reason, it just blasted on her. So it can happen. Let me check my messages real quick. All right. So I've got my DMT Chonga joint here. Let's, go over smoking protocol. For me, my protocol, yours may be different. I like to, it's all about that set and setting. Set means your mindset. You want to have your mind in the right place. You don't, just have your mind focused on what you're doing. Come into this with the mind, okay, I'm going to smoke some DMT. I'm not thinking about this, that. My mind's not torn on all this stuff. I'm centered, I'm calm. If you need to breathe, do breathing exercises. I like to do a little couple repetitions of breathing because it just helps. I have a little bit of tightness in my chest at times, so it helps to just relax my lungs. So I'm gonna sit forward just a little bit, stretch. This opens your chest. I do 4 seconds in, hold for 4, and exhale for 4. I try to get way in there and stretch them lungs. All right, got 6 people in here. Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming and watching me tonight. I'm fixing to smoke some chonga here. You want to use a regular lighter with this. Unlike weed, like if I had a joint of weed, I'm going to sit here and light it and then put it to my mouth and smoke it. I don't like pulling lighter fluid and stuff through my joints, I just, who knows, it probably doesn't help anything, but with chonga, it's not like that. You're going to want to put chonga up to your mouth, light it, and suck, because chonga doesn't stay lit that long, and you don't want to waste this just by burning it. Or you can just hold this and burn it down if you want. So I'm going to take a hit of this. I'm not sure what's going to happen exactly, but what can you do but try it, right? You can see me. I'm going to put visuals on for me. I'm going to leave my camera on for you. I could, well, no, I'm just going to leave it in full screen for you so you can watch me. I'm just going to put the visuals on because I like to look at them when I'm tripping because it comes alive. It's magic. I don't want to see me come out of the screen. All right, let me get a drink and then we'll be ready to go. I'm going to just I like to take like a little double hit and then I hold it for a good 10, 12 seconds, and then we're going to go from there. Wow. Body-wise, thought I felt a yawn coming on, but it's not. Body-wise, I've got this lightness and like this little chill in my feet. It kind of comes up to about my kneecaps. It seems to stop there. It's just the front of my legs are a little coldy feeling and just got this little vibration in them, but not much at all. Everything out here is the same, but it's like kind of it takes on a different perspective or something. Like literally, like it looks a little like it's maybe wider or deeper. I'm not sure, just a little bit. Okay. All right. I don't want to rush this. I want to go too quick and blast off here. This chonga can launch it really quick. I died on this stuff right outside that front door just a couple months ago, about 2 months ago or so, well, a week before Christmas. Of course, that was a unique situation. They had to do something with me. They told me not to worry about that. It wasn't going to happen again, but it's still in my ego mind. You know, you can believe that. I didn't physically die, I just thought I died. I was fine. But I thought I died. It felt like I died. I died. Here we go, another hit, guys. That second hit was the real one. When I'm tripping, I forget to breathe nice, and that's why I yawn. I could feel changes in my hearing, like there's crackling going on. My eyes are a little jittery. I mean, things out here tend to jump a little bit if I'm not paying attention. Like, that happens on the lower doses when I'm working my way up. It'll go through like a phase of that. You know, mentally, a seriousness comes over me. It's hard to explain. But things are getting real, and it's just like mentally, you know, things are real now. I probably wouldn't have any closed eye visuals at this stage, maybe. No. TV is insane. Those visuals, they're really popping right now. I can kind of see stuff in the ether. I need to sit up and sit forward a little bit and open my lungs up for ease of breathing. I'm going to take another hit here in just a minute. I don't want to be riding too high when I take another hit because I'll be fucking gone. That's just all there is to it. This is that stage of DMT, boy, that people like you have to go through. It's typically going to be your first, second hit. And this is what scares people, where the fear comes in, you know? Because you're feeling all this, like I'm not feeling it, but as I'm at like on 1 out of 10, I'm at about a 1 right now. But you'd be at about a 10 on your first time. And this will scare the shit out of you. And it's all happening when your mind's changing at the same time too. It's like this spiritual tightening. Everything is very focused right now in my mind, and as my mind's not wandering to and fro, it's very focused. And thank you everybody that's here watching me. I know it's interesting, it's probably boring from your side in a way because you're not getting to experience it. Maybe if you got a pen, take hits with me, you know. Body wise, I've got this little sorry, a real yawn came out. I've got this like a little vibration happening right now, so that's good. That second hit was nice. I notice a little tenseness in my body, but that's me kind of tense and I need to relax. I feel touching in my head right now. Body-wise, it's a little different than DMT. I can see things in the ether. The visuals are really nice on the computer. I've got some really nice black background visuals happening. It's all based on a black background, which I like. I can't tell you what I'm seeing. It's pretty dull right now. But it's like a velvety black background. The visuals were on top of that. Really nice. Like I said, I'm not trying to rush in, so I'm not just going to take hit after hit. I'm going to see what happens. This has almost 50% more MAO inhibitor than a normal chonga, or what I normally put, so. I've got nice visuals happening in my genes. It's the alien language. And it's pretty intense going on right there right now. Thank you for staying with me, everyone. I'm going to take another hit here. There's nothing to be afraid of. Even if you are afraid, you know, just learn to push past that ego. Learn to understand your ego's there to discourage you from doing this. So you're going to have to learn to master that ego. That means be in control of it. Let me sit it right. I tend to slump, and that's what caused me to yawn, because I'm not breathing nice and deep. I feel touching on me, like on my back and stuff. It's not real like poking, it's just caressing, like more of a caressing. I know y'all are down here, I'm just looking at this visuals. Everything is normal-ish, but it's not. And I'm looking at my fake wood floor here. Ooh, I've got tracers. Ooh, that's nice. Feels good too. As you know, I can't do this, but here we go. Eat without pain, completely perfect. Let me check the time. 11:23. Time's going slow tonight. A lot of times I'll look, it'll be 11:40 or something. Not tonight, it's kind of creeping. That's good, but I'm just saying that's how it's working. I've got a little pressure in my nose from where my brain's expanding. We're gonna take us another hit now. Y'all are waiting for me to break through, I know it. I can feel poking in my toes. Like at the bottom of my foot. It's like there's something poking. See, on live stream nights, they keep the effects down to a minimum for me. It's cool though, I can because they know what's happening. They don't want me just to be launching. There's like some stuff right here in the ether. I just can't really make it out. I'm going to take another hit and go in a little deeper. It's hard to explain, like, everything that's changing is on the inside here. It's hard to explain. You see, DMT is a journey. It's not like an experience. DMT isn't like this static thing that you do it and okay, you see what it's like, and you do it again, and you see what it's like, and you do it again, and see what it's like. DMT is a journey, it's a path, it's a school. I call it like a Jedi, it's the school of DMT. And most people don't know this, so they just look at it as an experience. I'm going to break through, I'm going to do this or that on DMT, you know. But if you're willing and if you understand that there's more to it than that, it's going to take you on a journey. And the journey is going to be ever changing. At least it is for me, and they have given me the freedom to share this, so I assume it's going to be the same for everyone. But when I say they, it's really you, but it's your conscious and the other side, God, whatever that is. They want us doing this, you know. They long for us. Well, why do they long for us to do DMT? It's because I believe that they can use us, or our conscious can use this body for some benefit. I believe it's data transfer of some sort. Like they can use me as a pipeline. And earlier on, a couple years ago, they told me one time within like a closed eye thing that they were using me to help find missing children. And by that, they were using me as a conduit to communicate with seers, or what is that called? Remote viewing. See, like detectives and stuff have remote viewers who will try to locate missing children. It's very successful. Well, that's what they were showing, that not just now, I'm saying, but this was a couple of years ago. They used me to help find missing children. They literally put the words missing children in front of my face so I could understand. And I was like, what the hell? My brother was right next to me. I said, is this what you're saying? And they were like, yeah. And then they showed me missing children again. And then I got on my phone, I believe it was the next day, and a case had just come across where a remote viewer had found this girl that was missing, and they couldn't find her because her parents had taught her to go to hilltops. Well, everybody was looking. They wouldn't expect a child to go up to the top of a hill. She found a cabin or something. Anyways, the remote viewer was able to find her. Now, whether or not I aided in that one or not, I don't know. But it happened at that time. And that story became public. Okay, I'm going to take another hit. And I think they use me for other things. It seems like, who knows? It's only a guess. But, I don't go in with the mindset I'm going to see visuals and stuff. If you were to smoke as much as I've smoked just now, you'd be fucking gone. But they treat me different because I have a special relationship with DMT. I was called into it. I don't know if I'm completely unique in my relationship with DMT or if it's just this far down the path is where I'm at. And you could get there too. I believe that's the way it is, but I believe they've also, given me some graces. I'll just put it that way. I feel this energy flowing through me right now. It's really nice. My conscious understands it, that it is, kind of like an Ethernet field or something. I think it's that feeling that scares people, but you see, I'm used to it and it's way minimal now. But I understand it, I enjoy it. I'm not incapacitated at all. I could get up and move around. I'm not choosing to. I mean, I fucking died on it one time and I was standing out there in the front. So, we was both walking around. My girlfriend was smoking. It was her first time smoking DMT ever. And she held me and pulled me out of the door. I fell through our storm door. My head went through the whole thing. I was stuck in it. And she had to pull me out and then hold me. And she checked for my vitals. She's a healthcare. She works in a hospital. She knows what she's doing. And she did this all in her first time smoking ever. She was gone at the time. She was seeing all kinds of stuff and she was able to do that. I feel so good right now, like you wouldn't believe it. And it's not like I'm seeing visuals and stuff, but the visuals on my screen are just so incredible. and you know, the milk drop program, and like, you know, I look at the visuals as part of the honeymoon period, like on DMT, like what you normally see, like what you would be seeing if you smoked this. You would be gone like Jim was in the video, first of all. And, but I look at that as part of the honeymoon period. And if you're willing to push through that and go on and get past the visuals, Terrence talked about this. They told him there was something beyond, not to become infatuated with the visuals and get lost in it, you know. And they wanted him to do something. Well, my message from them isn't about language and stuff like it was for Terrence or creating these objects. My message for me is to, you know, is to teach others and be an example of what this is available to us. This is our inheritance. It's so much more than we've been told, you know. Yeah, it is what we've been told. Of course, if you've done DMT, you know what it's like. But there's something beyond that visual amazement if you can and are willing to push through and get on the journey and travel down it like that werewolf, and not get lost in the visual amazement, you know, because they've got other things to do with you. And it's going to be different for you because you're going to have your own calling. See, I have a calling. I'm checking the time. It's 11:37. I'm going to take another hit. Felt like it's like I swallowed a pill just now, like a physical pill. I've heard people talk about that. That's the first time it's ever happened to me. See, the changes are all internal right now. It's not happening out there, although I can see the ether right now, and you know, it's pretty wild. It's really not what it's about at this phase, you know. You know, you're a spiritual being. So you shouldn't be amazed by the spirit realm. You become one with it. And that's kind of what's happening with me. I try to become one with it, so who knows what the next step is? Who knows? You're seeing me on this journey. I have ideas. I feel like right now I have this energy coming off my hand, like if I could transfer that to someone. I'll leave it at that. Maybe in a healing situation, I don't know. I feel like that energy is a gift. It's there for a reason, you know. It's not like we're so self-absorbed with DMT and psychedelics, but we can move past that and realize that it's a tool, it's a gateway, and we're spirit beings, and it wants something from us. You know, this is a spirit life. This is what the Bible talks about, you know, and God is on the other side. So God is like waiting for you to get past the honeymoon of the visuals and say, okay, well, now God, what do you want from me, you know? And that's where I'm at in this, you know, and I want to pass that on to y'all watching, what you can, so you can see that there's something so much more available. I'm a visual person, and they do treat me to visuals. I mean, but like on a night like tonight, it won't be that way because this is very smart. You've heard of smartphones and smart TVs and smart wallets and smart lights. Well, fucking DMT is the smartest thing you ever had your little hands on. This is just not willy-nilly what's going on. This is completely controlled, and it's so far beyond our human understanding, you know. So far beyond our human understanding. And, you know, I quit asking questions a while back because I realized it's not about, my ego's never going to know, and it doesn't need to know. The spirit man knows. So if you live in the spirit, you'll walk with understanding. It's just that simple. And DMT helps me to tune to that spirit man within me and understand it. So like right now, while I'm in this phase, because I'm super high in DMT right now, I am like in the spirit mind. The ego is kind of gone, you know. I'm not thinking about myself right now. And so that's what it means to be in the spirit, and that should carry over, you know, to when you're not tripping. You try to walk in that mindset and reality, not because it's some law or because the Bible says so or whatever. It's just because the way it is. That's what DMT teaches me, that, you know, God is love, and in him is no darkness. So that's what I want to be. I want to be a vessel of love, and I don't want to have darkness within me. So, you know, that's just, it's natural, and for me not to want to hurt people and stuff. It's not even like I'd have to try or think about it, you know, or worry about it. It's like, it's just the nature of the business, because I'm a changed person, and DMT has changed me through the spirit. You know, DMT is the spirit, it's the pathway, it is that thing the Bible talked about. It's that gift. Maybe at one time when the Bible was written, you know, it's something that you could have just asked for and it would have come over you, like this effect would have just came over you because your brain would have released it or whatever. But we're not in that dispensation right now, so it's kept. But it's here freely for us, you know. It's in nature, and mushrooms and the bark of the tree, like this is. I'm gonna take one more hit. I'm gonna take a drink though. This is really good. This yonga is yummy, by the way. I mean, not flavor-wise, I don't taste a thing. But it's just really good chonga. I'm loving this experience tonight. I'm perfectly here. I'm just embracing these feelings, just trying to process what is. It's just amazing, you know, is what I'm saying. It's weird that my hands do it a lot. I always like to look at my hands for some reason. It's like they're changing, like they're flashing, like I don't know how to explain it. It'll be like here and then like in a different position or something. They look normal. That's why you see people in churches raise their hand, because you are in an antenna. These are antennas. Why would you raise your hands like this? What's the purpose of that? Think about it. Well, DMT will show you, you are an antenna. There's energy fields, you know, you're connecting when you do that. How do you pick up a TV signal? You spread the antenna, right? That's why you throw your hands up. It's purposeful, because now you see I'm making my field bigger, and that energy that's coming out of me is not here or facing, but now I put it out. Wow, what a night. This is amazing. These are just how it is for me, you know, like I always tell people, you know, I'm not here to start a church or a cult or nothing. I'm not telling you to do what I do or to believe what I believe. You have to find this thing out for yourself. I'm just here as an example of, in like a documentary of how it's affecting me and what I've been shown and what I see, I tell. I don't keep nothing secret. Like Terrence McKenna said, he made a deal not to keep any secrets, and that's the exact same thing with me. So I do this in your honor, Terrence. And I'm an open book for people. You can contact me at takedmt@gmail.com. If you ever want to ask me a question, if you want to buy a Divine Medicine tumbler, if you want to encourage me or support me, you know, whatever, you can contact me that way. But yeah, I'm open for y'all guys. I feel so good right now. Sorry, I'm just kind of lost in the beauty of this moment. So I appreciate everyone watching tonight. Thank you. I wish you all the best. And I wish you that you could experience the spiritual journey. Push through the fear. There's nothing to be afraid of. Now, if you see things that are uncomfortable, it's because those are darknesses or areas in your life that you need to see. Everything is purposeful, so don't be afraid. And don't resist. You know, yes, you're not just letting evil in. Make it clear with the spirit realm when you get in there, your intentions. I only want what's of God and what's of good. But you'll know how to discern that if any evil spirit comes your way. But I don't even deal with those things. Like times I think they test me just so I can feel it and see what I'll do. But I quickly know how to take. That's just the ego. Those thoughts you have throughout your daily life, those thoughts of doubt and depression and anxiety and anger and frustration and worry, that's the ego. Learn to see it for what it is and know that you can be a master of those things and not have to give in to those thoughts. That you can say, well, I get it, ego, but there's something better than all of that. And so you'll be good. Well, I'm going to turn these visuals off now and put on my live cam. Let me put this down. Okay, and switch back over to my live cam. Alright. So I'm going to put some music on to see y'all guys out. Thank you guys again. I'm on the come down here. I was in pretty deep. So I'm just pulling my thoughts together and kind of get myself. Everything looks so nice and cartoony on the computer. It's all normal, but it's just perfect and it's just flawless. I love it. All right. Well, next Saturday, me and my girlfriend and my brother will be tripping together here. So I'll probably do a live session next Friday night, just before we trip. So we'll see you then. I'm going to go out with some Merkaba stereo field shift. Hope you like it. This is my style of music. Love you guys. See you next week.